back here in the lab. Well, maybe if you want to call it the command center for all you fans of Power Rangers out there, Ranger Nation. Again, thanks again, guys, for joining in. My name's Chris, aka Aloe8. If you haven't heard that, check it out. I'm on Twitter as well. Really excited for this event, this campaign. We've had Morph Madness round 3, and to kick things off, I want to pretty much recap the entire campaign as it is. So let's go into the bracket itself here. Okay, if you guys follow along here, check this out. So we had Lord Draken and Vance after the round 1 over there against Jason Lee Scott. Also Ranger Slayer advancing against Cat Manx. So they went against each other there. And then on the opposite end there, on the first week, we had Tommy Oliver against Macedon Sentry. Tommy Oliver advanced. And then we had Goldar and Gia Moran at the bottom of the right side of the bracket with Gia Moran advancing. So for those of you guys who don't know what Morph Madness is all about, okay, so it's a chance for you guys, the fans, to vote on which character you feel is going to win this entire tournament. And by doing so, when you do that and you participate on Facebook, so it's facebook.com/Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, you're entering in to win the sweepstakes that you see here, right? So the more you vote, the odds are better. But obviously, everything is random. But you improve your chances by participating. So make sure you do that, right? But moving on to the semifinals here, and when you look at it, we're going to Facebook here and see who exactly won. So Tommy Oliver with a commanding lead of 78%. Over Gia Moran's 22%. Amazing. Is there no sound? No, it should be. Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure of that. Yeah, the sounds perfectly on my end over here. Can you guys confirm? Sound is good. See, God, I always get those trolls. I was like, how is that possible? And then I did a sound check beforehand, right? All right, so moving on over here. So Tommy Oliver advances in the bracket. And then, by chance, 64% Lord Draken against Ranger Slayer, 36%, taking the commanding lead. So when you look at the bracket again, obviously this is going to be updated at the end of this stream. You'll see Lord Draken versus Tommy Oliver in the championship round, which is going to happen March 25th. And we're going to find out who's going to take it all. Yeah, I know. It's going to be Tommy against Tommy. And trust me, we didn't do that on purpose. It's on you guys, the fans, to vote. It just so happened that everybody loves Tommy. But anyhow, so that's Morph Madness for you guys. So make sure you continue to participate, continue to vote, because chances are you get a chance to win the prize mentioned below, right there. Now, the second thing I want to recap here is you may or may have seen the latest promotion that we did with Extra Life United. We're tag teaming with a bunch of guys, a bunch of Rangers actually, for that matter. Walter Jones, aka MMPR Black Ranger. We have Sierra Hanna from Super Mega Force Yellow. We also have Peter Sodarso from the last season of Ninja Steel, who's going to be joining us. And we also have Megan Camarena, who starred or casted as the Pink Hyper Force Ranger. So we're really excited to team up with all of them at Extra Life United, which is going to happen on the 20th, which is this Wednesday. It's called the Power Hour at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be live streamed, guys, at twitch.tv/Extra Life for Kids. So make sure you bookmark that. Follow those guys, because we're going to be working closely with Extra Life to host this event. And we're basically going to be playing all for charity. So everything that we're doing there is all for a good cause. Please support it. It's going to be awesome. and it's also going to be a chance for you guys to not only you know, see the Rangers in action, but also, you know, really just support it all for a good cause. You know, at the end of the day, we're all having fun, and we're doing it all for charity. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the fun part over here. All right, so I'm going to do what I did for the last few weeks here. Introduce my guests over here. I got Daniel, aka Clockwork Maniago, coming in over here. Feel free to come by, Daniel. And I also got Long Tran, aka Shady K, in the building as promised. Yo, what's up? Here we go. I gotta keep it hype.
We're in the building.
Yeah. You guys are always in the building, right?
Yeah, we work here.
kind of. So I'm gonna flip it.
Some of us work here.
Oh, actually,
I think let's flip it to the gameplay here. Are you guys swapping here?
No, we're good.
You guys are good. Oh, okay. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we're good. Hey, what up? How's it going? Thank you so much for joining us on the stream. Wanted to show you a bit of Ranger Slayer and Goldar gameplay. Are we good? Like, can you guys hear us and all that?
Are we? Like, I think they need Shady to move a little bit towards the right.
Scoot over.
Scoot up. There you go.
All
right.
Cool.
You good.
Cool. So this is our first look at Ranger Slayer. So of course you guys know Ranger Slayer, sort of an alternate dimension. I don't. Is that a spoiler? Or yeah. So
hold on. Let me put on the. I'm sure they hear it. Hold on. It's gonna go back. Okay, cool. Sorry about that,
cool.
guys.
Anyway, so Ranger Slayer is sort of like your typical ranged, bow and arrow character. I will say that she's probably one of the more technical characters in the game. So she's still, her inputs are still easy as the rest of the characters are. Nothing too complicated. However, she has a lot of tools that will take a little bit of a lab time, a little bit of training mode to learn how to use, and maybe we'll give you a head start on where to look as far as learning Ranger Slayer. So she's unique in that her standing medium. So obviously we have this L, M, and H. Oh, my button. Sorry. Let me.
Can you swap?
Yeah. So let me. All right, we're good. Yeah. So she's kind of unique in that her medium shoots an arrow, right? And so the idea with her is one of the first things you want to explore when learning Ranger Slayer is what to cancel the standing medium into. So she has a few command normals, and these command normals control the trajectory of her trajectory direction of her arrows. So this is back medium, sort of like a it's supposed to catch jumpers with it, and this is forward medium. Sort of like an arc shot, and it comes out delayed. So you can cancel standing medium into these moves, right? So I can do shot, I can do shot into that, right? And the same goes for her special moves. So I'll go through her special moves really quick. Her back special is sort of like this escape arrow. You can end combos with it, right? It's also her assist. I'll get into that later. Yeah, good for ending combos. It has a really good angle, right? So not really easy to get around. Her forward special is this flip, and during this flip you can press any of the attack buttons to get a different result. So you see Shady right now, he's shooting straight down. So if I do the flip and I press jab, or excuse me, if I press L, the arrow goes straight down. Good for crossing up, right? Good for ending combos, and I can even call my assist, right? Flip into, excuse me, flip into the M, does a down forward shot. So if you press M at any point during the flip, she'll do the down forward shot. And what's good about that is, before I was talking about canceling standing medium into any of the special attacks. So what she can do is cancel standing medium into this flip and get some full screen combos. So like this, let me get over here. Yeah. So if I'm at this, it get far away. So if I'm at this distance, then I can combo, right? So it brings us to her neutral special, which is we're calling it internally arrow knock, and what it is, it's a buff that she gets that if she has this buff on, which you can tell by the the pink silhouette, is that all her arrow attacks become charged up. So this is this is regular standing M, but if she has it charged up, it's 3 arrows now. This is back S without any charge up, but once she gets it charged up, it's suddenly 6 arrows, right? It's gonna be really hard to stop. And yeah, the same goes for all the different arrow shots that she has. Interesting thing about this move is that it's actually active. It's attack itself. So a lot of her advanced combos will have to do with comboing into that. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. The good stuff. Let me see if I can get this.
First try.
Yeah, first try.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd have to delay that to get all the hits on it. But yeah, a lot of her advanced combos will utilize this arrow knot. And of course, it powers up all of her arrows, even the downward shot. So it'll be, and again, since you can cancel the standing medium into any of her specials or command normals, you can also cancel into the arrow knock. So if I have a good rhythm going, I can constantly barrage my opponent with this triple shot. And if she's playing against someone like Mastodon Sentry, as long as she has her arrow knock ready, she'll probably be blowing through any of his projectiles.
Oh, wow. So it's like 3 arrows, right?
Yeah, 3 arrows instead of 1.
Okay.
And yeah, and all these spread arrows, she covers more distance. So yeah, she's I have to admit, she's one of the more technical characters in the game. However, she has some, if you just want to be annoying shooting arrows, she could do that. And if you want to get in close for some combos, so she has some, her combo potential, it's not quite as high as, say, red and green, but still, she's a ranged character. We don't want her to be too powerful up close, but still has some combo potential.
Didn't go over this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah, that move.
Yeah, so her air, forgot about it. Her air special, it's this time bomb move. So it's not active when it's actually out. It has a timer on it, and it blows up, so if she can do it defensively, and of course, as long as trying to get in on me while I have this out, he's gonna get hit by it.
Combo breaker right now.
Yeah.
The unofficial combo breaker.
Yeah. So you kind of want to, give Ranger Slayer some space when she has this bomb out, and they don't last too long, but it's still something that might be difficult to get around if you give her some space. So she's a character that you really, if you're playing against her, you kind of want to stay on top of her. And not give her any room to start any of the arrows, start any of the arrow knock. But yeah, also for this forward flip, it hits on the way up. So certain combos, you can utilize it, use the knee. Well. Maybe it's not good against that move. Oh, there you go. Yeah. But also, you use it for combos, right? So the combo that Long did earlier. Yeah. So it's really good for combo extensions. Won't hit any opponents on the ground, but you can use it as sort of like not only a way to add in combos, but my Ranger Slayer right here, I have my back to the corner, and what I can do is if I manage to get a block string on Long right here, I can use it to get out. So use it to get out of the corner. Also, she can shoot behind her. Yeah, so if you manage to get out of the corner and you press heavy at the last minute, she'll shoot behind. And she can also do the mine out of the flip as well. Right? Yeah. So her super is really easy to combo. You could just combo it off the stand heavy. Does sort of an arrow volley into a kick. Does pretty good damage, really easy to hit. As long as you do it off of like a stand heavy. She also has some cool mix-ups, so if she's ever juggling the opponent, she can always end with a stand light, and that will of course cause the flip out, so you can do stuff like this. Right? Long blocked it, but yeah, it's pretty impressive.
It's not meant
yeah, it's much more difficult to block than it looks, I promise. So yeah, she has a lot of tools. I'm really interested to see the really characters. She seems to me that she'll be sort of like a character specialist kind of character where you really have to learn how to some of the advanced combos to do some good damage with her, and you will have to really learn how to use all the different arrow attacks that she has to really get a lot of mileage out of her. So a bit of a learning curve, but we don't shy away from technical characters here at Nway. We want to make sure that we're hitting all the marks, simple characters, advanced characters, and even then, if you're just a Ranger Slayer fan, you can just chill out and shoot arrows. not a big deal.
I think she's one of the best in the game right now.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see what happens. And also, her stand medium, you can dash cancel it. This is one of the first things that Shady added when you got to Ranger Slayer. It won't combo, but it's good. It's a good way to sort of keep your momentum going, right? So it'll be all about how you use the arrow knock, and also with this forward flip. Ooh.
Oh, all right.
Combo.
I mean, it'll combo if you're up close like that. If you're up close like that,
Okay,
it'll combo.
okay.
You can't combo with the arrows just on their own, but yeah, if you're close up, yeah, she has some arrow loops. And also, what's good about her, and it really goes well with the system, is that she can sandwich opponents easier than other characters. So if I do some sort of block string and I call red, and I have to sandwich Sunday, I can switch over here, or I'll call red and do this, and then I can stay as Ranger Slayer and go low. So I think a big part of her game will, be tricking opponents like that, pretending you're on one side and then switching and switching over, shooting an arrow from the top, right on top of the head, and defensively, of course, she has her EX attack, sort of this 3-hit attack. Gives you a good knockdown, right, to mix up.
Low too.
Oh, the super.
The EX.
Oh, the EX, yeah. So she does like a little shin kick. So you want to make sure it's one of them standing lows. Yeah, you really gotta you gotta block it low. It's also really quick. The recovery is a bit quicker than some of the other characters' EXs. I mean, you can still punish her fully, but you kind of have to be ready for it. Yeah. But I do suggest that one of the first things that people do when they learn the game is really learn what your optimal punish is for EX attacks. It's one of your main defensive mechanics, so if you can manage to bait it out, then it really lends well to getting the most damage that you can off of an EX that got red. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's Ranger Slayer. Also her assist. So Ranger Slayer's assist, she has arrow knock, back arrow already ready, and it's really difficult to avoid. And what's cool about this assist is sort of a retreat defensive assist. So what I can do is, if I'm if I'm red, right, and I call Ranger Slayer assist, and let's say I go in, it's sort of use red, the partner that she tagged from, as bait. So if you try to punish red, then suddenly I can punish from full screen with the arrow cancel, something like this. Let me do this. Right, so if he's trying to punish, then I'm gonna punish, I'm gonna protect my homie with the arrow from full screen, canceled into the flip, canceled into another arrow, and get the full screen from burn. Another really important move that you've probably been seeing us spamming is this crouch slide. It's probably one of the main ways that she gets her offense started. You want to cancel that into stand heavy, and that sort of starts her combo routes off. Yeah, extremely effective normal. It has a bit of recovery, so if you completely whiff it, you might get punished, but as long as you make contact, she has a lot of good options to cancel into, right? Yeah, cancel into the arrow knock, cancel into the Grace Leap backwards, just to make sure you get, safe. Gets you in to do stand heavies. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, so very technical character, has a lot to learn, a lot of different tools. I suspect that a lot of people have different styles of Ranger Slayer, right? Maybe no two Ranger Slayers will look the same, or maybe they all look like this, I don't know. It's up to the players to decide. Yeah. So yeah, that's our Ranger Slayer overview. I would suggest that she either be like a point character, or maybe a second character, just to utilize her assist, because her assist is really effective, especially if you get all of the hits on it. Really difficult to avoid. Cool, let's go into Goldar. So Goldar, he's the big body of the game. As we were growing up, we saw this dude get bodied in the show all day long. This guy, I don't think I ever remember him winning a single fight. So we wanted to make sure that we give him some special treatment, that he can win some fights in our game. So he has actually a lot of interesting tools that no other character in the game has. I want to start actually with his air special. So his air special attack, this sort of dive where he sort of does a swoop into a ground stab. However, you can cancel this air dive into any of his air normals. So it sort of gives him like this triangle jump ability. And since we don't have air specials as assist, what you can do is, if I call my assist and let that rock, right? Same deal, right? So it's sort of like another assist you can use as long as you use the takeover. Pretty good for that. But what's also good about this is if you're at a certain range, then you can also use this to sort of cross up your opponent, right? Like, yeah, cross them up. And then of course the different normals out of this serve different purposes. This is light. This is jump light right here. Has a really good angle. More difficult to combo off of, but it might, you know, it's good for a good poke. Medium, it's much easier to combo off of. Has a good hitbox, and it's good for crossing up. And heavy, of course, it's damage and really easy to combo off of, right? So, you know, here are some of his normals. He's maybe a few frames slower than other characters' normals, but I think Goldar's main strength is that he does damage. He does big boy damage. Even like his basic bread and butters, this stuff's huge. No super, no special needed. Oh, well, that was special. So this is a sort of like a anti-air grab, and you can use this both defensively, combo after it, or you can do it as anti-air if I manage to anti-air with his back medium, which is his invincible anti-air, of course. Combo into that. And then he has, I think a big part of Goldar's game will be how players treat these wall slam combos. So with this setup, I get 2 before it starts flipping out. And of course I can do stand jab right there and sort of call my assist, right? Mix them up, that kind of thing, right? Who knows which way to block that. This is a super. It has a sweet spot on it, so if you hit the sweet spot, it does a ton of damage. And, oh wait, that's still going to do way too much. And then, and then if get all the way back, it also hits everywhere on the screen. But if you get, you know, the full screen damage, doesn't do nearly as much. So it's really easy to combo into. But if you want to just throw it willy-nilly, you have to get the sweet spot to get the good damage. And if they block it, it's extremely easily punishable. He kind of just chills out. Yeah. Oh. Oh my god. Right, so I'll go over his specials. His forward special is the shoulder charge. Right, has some super armor on it, so it'll go, yeah, it'll go through its own thing. And does a stagger. This will be good for combos, so I can do a combo like LMH into shoulder charge, and from here there's, you know, a lot of different things I can do. I can do LMH bit, call assist, right, and then go into something else afterwards. I can even combo into it again. Let's see this. Oops. Well, basically, if I hit it twice, he'll splat out immediately. I think it's yeah. So I can do double shoulder combos into, you know, hard knockdown, mix them up after that. Yeah, really good for blowing through things. And I should mention that that's his assist as well. So if I am Ranger Slayer and I call Goldar assist, yeah, that's armored. So that's a really powerful assist to have. And of course I can take over into more combo. His neutral special, there's 2 versions of it. It's sort of like this ground pound. You can hold the button down for some full screen action, or I can press it once and have it go right in front of me. I can combo into it, right? And I could also combo that into shoulder. So I can go, yeah, and combo from there. So I would say his combo potential is sort of similar to Ranger Slayer. You know, we want to make sure that his specials sort of work together in conjunction with each other as far. Ooh, yeah, he can also cancel this too. Got it. You press jab. Yeah. So if you want to bait opponents out, they're trying to, you know, get around this sort of spam, right? If I do this, and I can cancel it, and then, oops, I can cancel it and suddenly go into my anti-air grab, right? So you want to play some mind games with your opponents, sort of keep them ranged with this, and then suddenly hit them with either the anti-air grab or the shoulder charge. His back heavy, it is this gust of wind. It doesn't really do any damage, but it's also unblockable, sort of annoying to deal with, right? I think the main draw of this, you get a Ranger Slayer. Oh, I'll get a Ranger Slayer. The main draw of this oh, yeah, I got it. The main draw of this attack is that it reflects projectiles, and the projectile, the hitbox in which it reflects projectiles is pretty huge. So she's really, oh my god, he's really we have a lot of projectiles in the game, so oh my god. So he's very anti projectile. So if anytime you want to slow down the pace of the match, you could just start spamming this move, and not only does it push me back, but it also reflects anything that I might do, no matter how many. So I can even have a full arrow knock, and then it'll reflect all of that right back at me.
Yeah. You can jump in, and you can read it.
Oh yeah. So if he's just spamming that like there, then yeah, he's gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would say he's a bruiser. He has a little bit more HP than the other characters in the game. When you're learning this guy, you really want to learn how to use the air special, right, to get in. I should mention that he, unlike the other characters, he walks. He doesn't run. So it's really up to you to get the most out of learning how to use his dash, learning how to use the air special, right? And then when you don't want to get in, utilizing these ground pounds and the shoulder charge, make a hard read with the shoulder charge. And he's like Ranger Slayer, where his assist, it's really strong. So if you see it hit, you can take over and immediately combo, right? Or you could just use it as a way for your character to get in. But again, like, he's really high damage, so if you're into damage, then he's a character that you want to check out. And also, it's just his super is really easy to combo into. Just do heavy into super, and that's a ton of damage already. Oof. Yeah, almost half damage.
Who's the fifth again?
What's up? Well, where are you trying to show?
Do it again, I'm just looking for something to fix.
Well, in any case, yeah, his assist is really unique in that it has super armor, so you can't just willy-nilly go on offense while that assist is out. It'll probably interrupt you, and then your ally gets a free combo. Yeah. Also, his throws are very assist takeover friendly, so I can do this throw, get in red. Oh yeah, yeah. He pops up really.
Ooh.
Waiting to get juggled.
Dirty.
Yeah. So he's a threat. Far range, mid range, long range. Yeah. But as a negative, he's kind of huge. So there's combos on him that will only work or are much easier to do on him. So any of this stuff, right? Yeah, you can do standing. Maybe red's not. Oh, dash, right. Yeah, so that's not something that you can so easily do on like Green Ranger or Red Ranger, but on Goldar, pretty simple. And for characters that are really good at doing these standing jump attack loops, Yellow is really good at it. Jump. Yeah, so Shady and I were about to play a good first to 5, show you what these characters are about. You want to get into it?
Yeah.
So
there is fuzzy guarding in this game, by the way. Someone asked.
I think your first play. Yeah, your first play. Yeah. No, you're good. You just do it.
Alright.
Oops, sorry. So I'll pick. You can pick Draken. Yeah, knew it. Knew it.
I am Draken.
Oops, sorry. We can go hardwood, it's fine.
Of course.
First to
Draft
5.
has to be there.
I got to get my revenge on Shady today. Yeah, last week was unacceptable, so gonna try to do it better. Stream, if you could please keep score for us. Oh my God, there we go.
Woo. Wait.
Oh shit. Oh, from behind. Yo. Yeah, right. Oh!
Oh, oh wow, that's oh wow. Behind.
I see Goldar. Get Goldar.
Make it rain.
Oh no. Yo, that's super armor. Woo! Huh.
Oh what?
Ooh.
Love that.
Oops.
Oh. Here we go again.
Nice try. No, kill me.
Oh, such a bully. Hey. Oh, that range.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh.
Alright, cross up.
Is it? Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Is that dead?
It's gonna hit? Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh, let's go.
That down,
Ah!
oh.
I had one chance. I had one chance.
Yeah, yeah.
Run it back.
Yeah.
So,
That. Mm.
I like that intro. It's intimidating.
Oh, it's the wall bounces. Watch. They said
Oh,
Goldar
my
equals Sigma. What?
Oh! Oh my god. Ooh!
Ooh.
Oh, the armor. Oh, is that gonna hit?
Oh.
Oh, jeez. Get off me. Oh, the armor gets armor. Oh. Ouch. Oh, give me that Goldar.
Oh, here we go again.
Shit. What'd I get?
Oh, what we get? Oh. Oh.
Oh my god. EX in my face! Right in my face! Jesus.
Yikes. Oh, ouch.
Cross up.
Is that it? Oh my gosh. swag. Oh, that's fun. Oh. Oh, interrupt.
Oh, no.
Let's
Oh,
go!
good. Oh.
Oh no!
Zombie Alice.
1-1. Hey, thanks, Stilo, LA323. This game is good. Thanks for noticing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can, got a lot of love over there.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys, for joining us on the stream. Watch me whoop on this dude. Oh.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh. Yo. Bounce.
Oh, give me this check.
Oh, is that going? Oh. Really?
Chill.
Swap.
Oh!
Wait. Woo.
No!
Hey.
Oh, no.
Oh no, that's 2 for what? Yo.
Oh, too high.
Oh.
Let's go, Goldar.
Whoa, whoa,
Help me
whoa,
out.
whoa, whoa.
Help me out.
Yo. So much time. Woo.
Oh, my super. Let's go. Oh. Let me out.
Oh, here we go.
He's stepping on himself.
Oh no.
Oh my
Summons
god.
Mega Goldar.
Oh!
With the punch. And another. Why not? It's like a boxing. Jeez.
What? How dare you? Whoa!
Dirty. Oh. Is that to the other side? Save him, Dragon Bird. Oh.
Yes. No, switch you mentioned.
I'd play.
Yeah. Woo. Keep it up.
Could it be? Clock is gonna win a set on stream?
No, baby.
Could it be?
Stay tuned.
Actually, I keep forgetting about the reflect. Oh! off.
Yo. Battle of the big boys.
I'm dead. Oh, I'm out.
Punish.
Oh, he didn't make it out. He didn't make it out. Horrible. Oh my god. Whoa!
Oh.
Thought you were good to something wild.
Oh, the bounce.
Let me jump over.
Woo. Why not both? Ooh. Ouch.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, Tommy. Yikes. He's Dragon Zord. Woo. Oh my gosh. The dodges are real.
Oh man. Yeah, Goldar is actually not too easy to anti-air because he can change the trajectory of his. Oh, got it. Let's go. Oh, how'd I get hit?
Whoa.
Oh
The
my.
swords. Chip. Get close.
Ah! I can't believe this guy! I can't believe that.
Wings. The wings.
I can't believe that. Is that Tutu?
A
Yeah.
spam. Oh,
Jeez.
someone's gonna make a meme out of that.
Someone doesn't know the matchup.
I'm definitely not versed in the Ranger Slayer Goldar matchup. Got shot in the face. All
It's rough.
right. Get me out of this corner, bro.
That Drac.
Green.
Oh. Oh wow.
Oh, he got punished.
Oh, okay. Who do you have to
Let's go. Oh.
Woo. Oh,
Oh.
my God.
Oh
No,
no.
I pressed on accident.
Oh,
Ouch.
ouch.
Yes.
Ouch. What damage? Where did that come from?
Couldn't get him out.
Ooh, snap him.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, okay.
Oh, the hand. Ooh, the cross up.
Oh. A new name, Goldar.
Oh, my
Oh
god.
god, damage.
Yo.
The
Woo.
assistance.
Save him, Dragon Zord. Goodness gracious. I mean the blocks and right on.
Yeah, nice shot.
Ouch, ouch.
Yeah, let me switch characters.
Alright, let's switch it up.
Yeah, as I'm playing right now, Goldar's pretty difficult to anti-air because not only does he have like huge air normals, like really good air normals, but he can change the trajectory of his jump. So usually during Megazords, what you want to do as they're jumping away is you want to anti-air them because it's unblockable. But yeah, I was having a hard time doing it against Goldar just now.
Yeah, dude. Goldar is now officially Goldar.
Try these guys.
What? Oh, okay. Nothing to see here.
What's that, 3-2?
3-2.
Alright.
3-2, yeah. Yeah.
This might be a bad matchup for Slayer.
Oh, here he goes.
Ooh, that was nice. Oh, nice. Oh!
Yikes.
Couldn't quite get over.
Good.
Oh my god. Panic super! Don't punish me!
Ouch, ouch,
Oh.
ouch. Wow. Set that trap.
She dead now. She's
Take care of the problem now. Woo. Go.
go through.
Oh.
Oh, you were recovering already?
Oh, you had enough time.
Oh, let me see it.
Oh,
Let me see it.
That Lord Shady's
Oh,
signature combo.
Dead.
Oh no.
Go. Wake up.
The wings.
Oh! Oh, Robert! No!
Oh, didn't fix that yet.
Yellow, help me out. Oh, am I dead? Am I dead?
Why not? Ouch.
Oh, I tried to do that! Oh my god.
Well, you got one more chance.
I can do it.
It's okay, it's okay. That gives more time for Q&A. That's what they want.
I can do it with this squad. I just replayed every Power Rangers show episode that I've ever seen in my head. All the 1,000 episodes, I just replayed them in my head, and I'm ready.
Goldar.
Goldar loses in every single one of them. Yo, this guy's cheap.
Such a bully.
Ooh, let's go.
Ooh. Oh, get rid of the problem.
Nice.
Oh,
Get me out.
Yo.
Do your worst.
Oh, no.
Oh gosh, the wings. Okay. Woo. Oh.
Hard read.
Yikes.
Oh!
Ooh. Oh. Oh no.
Oh, what?
Woo.
Oh, you're killing him.
Yeah.
Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this.
Oh,
Oh, he's dead!
nice.
It was enough. It was enough. Woo. Yo. Split the play there.
Jeez, that was the biggest entrance of my life.
Okay. Bait him, bait him.
Punish.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. No, not even. Don't even give him a
Let's get
chance.
Megazord in there.
Yeah.
Yikes. Man.
Oh my god.
Quick stunts. Mega Goldar.
Please.
Get out of there.
Oh, big
Oh,
behind.
yo. Ooh.
Ouch.
What
What a jerk! What a jerk!
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yo.
Okay,
Oh
yeah.
no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Ah! Nice games.
Good games, good games. Wow.
Nice games. Hey, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us for stop.
Yeah.
For the beatdown. I think I'm 3-0 in sets on stream, so I'm gonna actually practice this time. I'll play with both my hands next time, so I can get this guy for next week. Hey, we're gonna pass it back to Chris. Thank you so much for joining us for the gameplay. For Slayer and Goldar.
Yo. Amazing. Thank you guys.
You know, I didn't know what you were about, like, when I get that juggle.
All right. All right. All right. What'd you guys think about that? That's pretty hype, huh? That was pretty hype. All right. So let's get back here. I did promise a Q&A, a short Q&A session for however much time we have left here. All right. Disable. Get the sound here. Let's go back to camera only. Okay. Wow. What'd you guys think about that? It was amazing, right? Goldar? Dude, I think I'm gonna pick that character up. I like him. I like him. Gold Ranger. Dude, I see you there, K-Wing. You and your Gold Ranger campaign. Guys, so no release date yet. I know. Okay, so you will hear from it soon. Eventually. Stay tuned. Social media, as long as you are following, you'll hear about it. Also, battleforthegrid.com for the latest news and updates. I'm going to continue to go through here and try to answer as much as I can as it scrolls here. So I apologize if I miss any here. And keep in mind, I will answer as much as I can, whatever I can. So let's see here. All right, so okay, so Morgan. Okay, I think I see Morgan's here. Morgan, did you say something there? I'm gonna keep scrolling up here. What's the reason why PC version isn't being released at the same time as the console version? So simply, you know, it's timing, right? So we'll eventually get it in soon, and you know, when I say soon, you know, hopefully within hopefully a month or two prior to releasing those, you know, other platforms. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna keep looking through here to see what I can find. I cannot comment on the net code yet, guys, but you will hear more eventually, hopefully. I know you guys are probably gonna be wondering, it's like, oh man, this Q&A sucks. Well, again, like I said before, full disclosure, I will answer what I can answer. Okay. All right, moving on. Let's see what we got here. Other characters, Cyber, you mentioned, Solar Ranger, all that stuff. So yeah, when it comes to content later down the road in the future for downloadable stuff, definitely possible. You know, an example of that would obviously be season 1, and who knows what season 2 would even have. So again, just a matter of, you know, what characters you know, we feel, you know, working closely in conjunction with our licensor to see which characters we feel would be able to be added to the game. So definitely all in favor for any of those new characters, because it's 25 years of history, right? We'll try to get in as much people as we can there. Psycho Range, again, same thing. Psycho Green. For any new characters, guys, for you guys asking, will come in the form of you know, downloadable content in the future. Cannot comment on full amount of fighters in the from the very start. From what's confirmed right now, obviously, is the 9 that you see there. Good question though, K-Wing. Yes, crossplay still there. Yeah, if you still see it there, Cyber, it's because you know, it's obviously still being promoted for crossplay integration. You know, minus I'm not sure if, you know, with the other platform, I think it's Sony, but should that change, it would be communicated. All right, I'm gonna keep going through here, and we're gonna be taking probably another 5 minutes worth of questions here, because there's a bunch here, and I'm trying to. And for those of you guys that have seen any of the questions that I might have answered, feel free to note them for the rest of the guys here, so that way you'll be able to reference them for later down the road for anybody that may have questions that might be similar. All right, I'm gonna keep going through here. There's so many questions, guys. I'm sorry if I don't get to it. Straight Fighter asking any possibility of a guest character. What do you mean by that? You know, specialize. I need you to be, yeah. What do you mean by that? What? Okay, so Utah Ranger. When you go to battleforthegrid.com, it should show you what you get for pre-ordering the collectors. In fact, actually, let's go there together. For those of you guys who have yet to check it out, we're gonna go into pre-order here. All right. Now, obviously, everybody that pre-orders gets the exclusive Green Ranger V2 skin. And when you look here, okay, for the different platforms here, you have the Nintendo Switch version, comes with the Season 1 pass, comes with the skin itself, Evo 2 skin, as well as Pink Ranger skin. Going through the Xbox One version here, showing of a digital art book upon pre-launch, and then the same thing goes aside from that. And then same thing with PS4, and then again with PC. Cannot comment on that yet, Zeep, about frame data. So stay tuned. Hopefully you'll get to know more information as we get closer to launch. I'm gonna keep going through here. Sorry again, there's so many questions here. Again, for those of you guys asking about characters at launch, what is confirmed right now, and I'm going through here. When you go to characters, here is what is confirmed right now, right? Now, obviously there's going to be skins. Anything on top of that, you'll hear more details as we get closer to launch. yeah. Keep hoping for that K-Wing with your Gold Ranger campaign. All right, I'll take a few more here. Cyber asking, Boom Comics influence or through the full universe or only multiverse? It's going to be a unique, unique story. Is what I can comment on, at least for now. Akis asking for representation from all Power Ranger seasons. Quite possibly, yeah. Again, we're working with 25 years of Power Rangers here, and you never know what will come up in future DLCs. I'm gonna keep scrolling through here. There's so much. David, to answer that, it's all. Feel free to look at the Season 1. That's what's confirmed right now, in terms of skins that you'll get for Season 1 pass. Other than that, pre-order will get you Green Ranger V2 skin. Cyber, good question. Unlockable characters info in the crossplay section. Yeah, obviously it would make sense, right? You know that the whole point of crossplay, cross progression is when you're playing on one platform. You know, one would be, you know, those specific characters would be reflected upon that in another, right? Ibiet cannot confirm nor deny ranked matches and lobbies. I'm gonna keep scrolling through here. My goodness, you guys are so vocal today. All right, all right. Fezadu question is, are we going to have the ability to buy via Nintendo eShop or just the website? The answer to that is yes, eventually. We're working with the platform holders right now to get that all set up for you guys. So eventually, over time, not only will you be able to pre-order from battleforthegrid.com, but also at the Nintendo eShop. Vice versa with Microsoft as well, with the Xbox Marketplace. And, you know, obviously, Sony is already set up. Both, David. Can't comment on frame data yet, Diffuse, but hopefully sooner, closer to launch, you'll get more information on that. We are celebrating GDC. Yes, thank you for mentioning that, Cyber. To an extent of or degree of what we're doing with BFTG or PRLW. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're doing anything. Yeah. But hey, if anything comes up in terms of news, you know, feel free to take a look. We'd usually announce that. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep scrolling through here. My goodness, there's so much here. Sorry guys, I'm gonna keep going through this. Unholy Night, no news yet on beta yet. Stay tuned. Thank you, Cyber Knight. Hey, good job, by the way, on all of the promotions on the videos and everything, and that counts for all you content creators too as well. Shout outs to all the creators out there that really are doing a really good job supporting Battle for the Grid. Thank you, guys. Morgan Shiro, stay tuned. In terms of European release. Agent 5 asking for more skins later down the road. Yeah, absolutely. Just a matter of, you know, how it's going to be released. You already know about Season 1. And then, you know, hopefully, fingers crossed, Season 2, we'll have something to show for. So we'll see. Triple to God asking for a physical version. I did confirm this. We are just doing digital for now. Viola asking for a hard release date. Nothing yet, but once we do know, obviously we'll promote it on social media and also battleforthegrid.com. All right. So I think. So to answer, I think it's Code Zombie's question here, asking if Magna Defender is. Yeah. So we're using Mike for Magna Defender. BTW. Thank you for one of our guys in the office for confirming that. Nod, you're asking plans to add names to the characters in game. What do you mean by that? Can you like rephrase that or be more specific? Give me some context. All right, I'm going to continue to scroll through here, and I'll give it another 5 minutes, and we're going to call it the stream. I did promise at least 15 minutes of Q&A. Giant Silver Tracks asking, are we planning on holding dev run tournaments? Well, you know, to be frank, it would be cool. You know, something that we do here in the office. I'm always open to it. But you know, for you guys especially, you know, once the game releases, I encourage it too. If you within your communities are interested in doing so, you know, make it happen. And you know, just see what you do. Promote it on the live stream. Do whatever it takes, and then we'll do our best to try to, you know, re-promote you back. You know, things like that. You know, I'm always in favor of. So that would be awesome. What else do we have here? So I'm gonna take a few more questions, and I'm going to answer the stream. Yeah, no worries, Cyber. Like I said, full disclosure, I'll answer as much as I can here, but to a certain degree on what I'm allowed to say. I'm gonna keep going through here. Blazing Dragon asking for bad guys. Hey, I'm in favor of it. I know you see just Draken there and Goldar, but you know that it's always a possibility. I like the idea of having more bad guys in there. Cyber asking, interested if the customized Power Rangers Battle for the Grid Fight Sticks. I know there's a few companies out there that do customization. I saw Jaywong's latest customization customized fight stick through Victrix Pro. So check that out. It's pretty cool. Unholy Knight, I believe I answered that question before. You're talking about a beta or stress test. Nothing confirmed at this moment, but should it become available, obviously we will communicate that out to the community. Good question. I'm not sure what that is. I try to answer everything. RJ, Mystic Knights of the, is that like, is that like a themed thing from Mystic Force or something? Be more specific. Viola cannot comment on the voice acting. Sorry. Micro, yeah, same thing with that. In terms of like mission and story, in due time, more news will be shown. But for the meantime, I don't have any additional information about that. Blazing Dragon asking, also any chance we will get different Rangers to cover all 10 Ranger color groups? Yeah, I don't see why not. Again, DLC is limitless in terms of the amount of content we can provide with, you know, the Rangers, and you know it's 25 years of content in the making. So you never know. It's definitely possible. Fezadu, I've answered that question before. You know, with the eShop, yes, it's definitely possible. We're working with our platform holders to get that all set up. I'm gonna keep going through here. I might have answered some of this stuff twice. Kurono asking for UK price. Nothing confirmed yet, but stay tuned. Should it become available, it'll be shown on battleforthegrid.com, and we'll also announce it through social media. Cyber doesn't matter. No. You pre-ordering at either website or Sony Direct, eShop eventually, Microsoft Marketplace, doesn't matter. True or false? Nice name, by the way. What's my favorite iteration of Power Rangers? Are you talking about season? If it's season, I am all about SPD. Love SPD. Oh, you guys like the music, Carlton? Yeah, I hear you. No, it's our sound guy actually picked it out. It's pretty awesome. He has a collection of all that stuff, and we yeah, we mess around with things, and as long as it sounds cool, we'll put it in there. But thanks for asking. Fire Red Tiger, like for many of the character stuff that you guys are asking about, it's always a possibility. I see you mentioned Time Force there, so fingers crossed. RJ Roy, I don't know who Carter Grayson is. Be more specific. Sorry. I try to follow up as much Power Rangers lore as I can, but sometimes I am not fully in tune with it. I'll be honest. Carlton asking, side tournament at Evo. You know what? It would be great. It would be great, and you know, and that goes for any other tournaments out there. You know, we can only ask that, and what we feel would be like an organic pickup for a lot of those tournament organizers. So you know, upon release of the game, we can only hope that you know those folks, those different communities, discover the game, and you know, on their own sheer will, would like to promote it themselves. And if they do happen to want to you know work with Enway, yeah, you know, we're happy to help in some sort of capacity. It all depends on whether or not it's something that we could support at the time, given all the stuff that we're doing here in office, because we're super busy. We're super busy, but you know, I'm all definitely in favor of those types of tournaments. Uchi asking for community Discord. I am on Discord, but if you guys have one there, I mean, feel free to mention us, tag us on social media, and we'll re-promote the Discord channel. Sure. Triple to God, I answered this question before. Right now, no plans in physical, just digital. All right, so I'm gonna take a few more questions, and I'm gonna end the stream. I feel like I've answered a whole bunch already, but we did promise I'd try to do as much Q&A as I can here. So I'll take a few more here. Not a question, but from Straight Fighter 88, really appreciate the combo variety in this game. Hey, we appreciate you as well as all the fans that are watching this live stream right now, and for those people that I do miss it. You guys are the reason why we do this. You know, passion to make this type of game, and you know, obviously all of the guys over here in the office work super hard to do what they can to deliver the best game possible. So thank you guys for supporting us. We really appreciate it. And I'll take a couple more here. Drink and drive. How did this project came to be? What was the process with it? You know, sometimes you know, when we're thinking of things and we're working with our licensor, and it's just a matter of like, hey, you know, does this idea sound like a good plan? And you know, another thing that kind of sprung up is that we understand that you know, with the Legacy Wars community, with our mobile game, they're very passionate, and they're also looking for you know, a chance whether or not the you know, something for that matter would ever become a console game, and here we are now, right, in the making. So you know, it's again, it's the passion from the community, And we also take we take a lot of this feedback into consideration. So really appreciate it. And I'll take one last one, and I'll be ending this stream. All right. Let's see here. Who is the lucky person here? Let's see. I'm gonna keep digging through here. RJ Gaming. Okay, so does one color being represent affect the chances of rangers of the same color getting? No. Representation of colors does not. In fact, you know, again, we look at different things. We look at not necessarily popularity, but also, you know, variety of characters that we want to implement into the game as well. You know, eventually, you know, what we want to do is have like a rich, awesome roster for you guys to be able to experience. So we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. You know, these Q&As, you know, you guys did ask for it. I will try to deliver these as much as I can for the remaining last Morph Madness stream that we have. Again, guys, thanks again for joining in this live stream. I'll flip back to the camera here, guys. It's been a pleasure having you guys here every week and being able to show off some new gameplay, right? So with that being mentioned, again, check us out. The next live stream is going to be on the 25th. We're going to conclude Morph Madness, and then hopefully share with you guys some more news about the game. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for joining in. Really appreciate it. Morph Madness continues, and you know, expect to see some updates coming through social media. Make sure you guys vote, because when you vote, you get a chance to win the prize that you see there on battleforthegrid.com. All right, guys, thanks again for joining in. I'll see you guys later. Peace.